several years after the defense of Handan, the capital of Zhao. King Shaoxiang of Qin, personal name Yingji, who had ruled for over 5 decades, finally reached the end of his life. His heir, Yinghu, ascended the throne but died after only 3 days as king. The crown then passed to Ying Yiren, the protagonist of the tale, a rare treasure worth hoarding, who became King Huangxiang of Qin. He inherited his forebears' relentless, expansionist strategy, biding his time and watching for opportunities to nibble away at the 6 eastern states. After its crushing loss at the Battle of Changping, Hao was gravely weakened. This caught the attention of its eastern neighbor, Yan. King of Yan, Jixi, feigned friendship, sending a richly laden envoy to propose a permanent alliance against Qin. Zhao believed him, treating the envoy with great honor and even arranging tours of the realm. But upon returning, the envoy reported,
Tsar's main force perished at Changping, its ranks are filled with untested youths. In a few years, they may recover, but none is the golden window to seize the eastern territories.
Enticed by the idea, Jixi readied his armies. Yet 2 senior ministers protested. Yu Jian, son of the famed general Yu Yi, warned,
Zhao lies at the center of the 7 powers, surviving for centuries through the valor of its soldiers and generals. We, by contrast, have enjoyed peace for too long. In truth, Qin is our greatest threat, and Zhao stands between them and us. We should help Zhao recover, not weaken it further.
Jixi dismissed this.
Our force is 5 times stronger than Zhao's. Victory is certain.
Another veteran statesman, Zhang Ku, added,
You send lavish gifts to earn Zhao's trust. To betray them now is unrighteous. All the other states will side with Zhao, leaving Yan isolated.
Jixi ignored both warnings and attacked along 2 fronts. The outcome was exactly as predicted. Zhao's generals Lian Po and Yu Cheng crushed Yan's armies, pursued them into Yan's territory, and even camped under the walls of Ji, Yan's capital. Humiliated, Jixi sued for peace, but Hao refused to negotiate with him, speaking only to Zhang Ku. In desperation, Jixi made Zhang Ku chancellor, and under his diplomacy Hao agreed to withdraw. Having stolen the tiger tally to save Hao at Handan, Lord Xinling dared not return to his home state of Wei. Then Qin's general Meng Ao invaded Wei, winning city after city and approaching its capital. The king of Wei, desperate, sent an envoy to recall Lord Xinling. At first, Lord Xinling suspected a trap, believing his brother, the king, still resented him. But as Wei's plight worsened, 2 loyal retainers urged,
Your fame rests on your homeland's survival. If Wei falls, your ancestral altars will be destroyed, and your name will be scorned across the states.
Moved, Lord Xinling returned. Reconciled with the king, he was made commander-in-chief and called on his allies for aid. Except for Qi, 4 states answered, forming a 5-state coalition. Together they forced Meng Ao to retreat, saving Wei. But Qin knew it could not defeat Lord Xinling militarily, so it turned to intrigue. Qin agents bribed retainers of Jin Bai, whom Lord Xinling had killed at Handan, to spread rumors that he intended to seize the throne. Qin envoys visited Wei, publicly asking when Lord Xinling would replace the king. Paranoia took root. The king of Wei stripped Lord Xinling of all posts. Sensing danger, he feigned illness, withdrew from court and drowned himself in wine and women. 4 years later, the man who had once been Wei's last shield died in despair, sealing the state's fate. The state of Han devised a scheme to drain Qin's strength. They sent their greatest irrigation engineer, Zheng Guo, pretending he had defected. Gaining Qin's trust, he proposed an enormous project, diverting the Jing River through Mount Hongshan to irrigate vast lands spanning 150 kilometers. Midway through construction, Qin uncovered the ploy and sought to execute him. Zhang Guo confessed.
I came to delay Qin for Han's sake, but this canal will bless Qin for 1,000 generations. To abandon it now would be folly.
The king relented. Zhang Guo finished the canal, using excavated earth to fill lowlands and transform saline soil into fertile farmland. Instead of weakening Qin, the project supercharged its agricultural base, ironically strengthening the very enemy Han feared. From Yan's treachery, Wei's fratricidal mistrust, and Han's self-defeating scheme, a pattern emerges. The eastern states fell, not because Qin was invincible, but because their own ruling classes were short-sighted, petty, and self-destructive. 1. Yan's betrayal. The king sought petty gains at the expense of strategic security. Such profit obsession, common among the weak, can be as faithless and brutal as the cruelty of the strong. 2. Wei's suspicion. Ancient Chinese rulers prized loyalty above all else, yet loyalty means little if the ruler refuses to trust it. The strength of a single man is finite. When all his vigor is poured into real work, how could he possibly spare the time or muster the shameless patience to flatter and fawn? Lord Xinling's fate was not unique. His tragedy has echoed through the corridors of history countless times. 3. Han's folly. To send one's best engineer to build an enemy's infrastructure is folly of the highest order. For a nation with such leaders to survive would mock the laws of heaven. In the end, Qin did not simply conquer the East destroyed itself.